You've been swiping left and swiping right, sending DMs and chasing after matches on dating apps. But how is that really working out for you? Are you getting the results you truly want? Or are you just wasting time, falling into an endless trap of validation? What if I told you that the real game isn't played on your phone, but it's actually going out and trying to become the most attractive version of yourself? This is the handsome man's game. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I make content centered around self-improvement on a weekly basis. If that resonates with you, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, so that way you'll be updated when I release new content. Let's be real, most men are addicted to dating apps. You think you're playing the game, but really the game is actually playing you. You're looking for quick hits of validation, the dopamine rush when you get a match, but deep down inside, you know it's all empty. The problem with dating apps is that they have turned the process of finding meaningful connections into a shallow numbers game. They've convinced us all that you need to have the right photo, the right bio, and maybe even a good pickup line. But let me ask you this. When was the last time you focused on becoming the kind of man who doesn't need these apps to attract women? Think about it. Forget about the red pill and black pill methodology. It's time to wake up and realize that the best version of yourself is not confined to a screen. The handsome man's game is not just about optimizing your dating profile. It's about optimizing you. Here are some core pillars you must master along the way to become a magnet both online and offline. The first one is your physical presence. It's easy to throw up a few edited photos on a dating app. What do you look like in real life? If you don't put in the work in the gym, you're not just cheating on your profile picture, but you're also cheating yourself. Build a body that commands respect and turns heads. Point number 2 is real-world confidence. On an app, you can hide behind a screen, but in the real world, confidence is king. Stop trying to impress people with your photos and start making an impact with your presence. Walk into a room with purpose. Speak with intention. Watch how people respond to that type of energy. Point number 3, magnetic aura. Dating apps have made everything turn into a superficial transaction, but a man who truly knows his worth is super rare. Waste no time arguing what a good man should be. Just be one. Focus on becoming a man of substance, not just style. Work on your mindset, your spirit, and your goals. When you elevate yourself, the right people will naturally be drawn to you, online or offline. It doesn't matter. Point number 4 is the spiritual foundation. So let's be honest, dating apps are designed to keep us distracted. But what's your purpose? What's your drive? He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Find your calling and anchor yourself into something greater than the fleeting validation. So, there was a time that I was addicted to these dating apps too. I was chasing after matches, trying to boost my ego with every single swipe. I remember one day I was sitting there, scrolling, looking at various profiles, and I thought to myself, is this it? Is this really what life has to offer? That's when I decided to myself to make that change. So I temporarily deleted all of the apps and turned my focus inward. I started focusing on myself from a physical perspective, mentally and spiritually. I realized that the true attraction comes from within, from the place of self-respect and purpose. The moment I stopped chasing and started to become who I was destined to be, everything changed. The attention, the connections, they all came naturally without me having to try hard to get it. When I eventually got back on the apps, the difference was night and day. Women could sense that confidence. They could sense that energy that I was displaying. It wasn't about me having the perfect profile pictures. It was about displaying that confident energy that woman could sense, knowing that I didn't need the validation coming from them, that I can truly be myself and they could rock with it. So you may be asking yourself, how do you play this handsome man's game and stop wasting time on these dating apps? Well, here are a few things that help me out. Number 1 is to master your image. First, say to yourself, who do you want to become? And then set out to make a game plan that you can execute upon. Don't just take good photos, become the man that those photos represent. Elevate your physical presence, whether it's hitting the gym, dressing with intention, or simply standing tall with confidence, no matter your height size. Point number 2, own your value. From my experience, women are naturally drawn to men who know their worth. Instead of swiping for hours on a dating app, spend time developing skills, working on your passion, and creating a life that excites you. Develop the side hustle and build up that net worth by not over leveraging yourself in debt. Point number 3, build real connections. Get off of these apps and start engaging in the real world. Yes, you're going to have some failures, but that's a part of life. No man gets great through one interaction. You have to have multiple reps in life in order to build that confidence, which then allows you to succeed in every interaction that comes out of that. Approach women in real life, but be genuinely interested and bring value to those interactions. Point number 4 is focus on a higher power. At the end of the day, none of the apps can fulfill the deepest desires of your heart. That comes from a connection with your faith. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Align your purpose with your faith and watch how the right people are drawn into your life. The truth is, dating apps are a tool, not a solution. They can be beneficial if used correctly, but you have to first develop that inward mindset before approaching or leveraging tools such as dating apps. The real solution is to become the man who doesn't need them to feel validated. Play the handsome man's game to attract the right people, not just in the digital world, but in real life too. Repetition breeds confidence, and that confidence is what's going to allow you to stand out, not only on a digital standpoint, but in real life. The more you practice having real organic interactions, the more your confidence will increase. Remember, the game isn't about impressing others. It's about discovering and showcasing the best version of yourself. You're not just looking for a match, you're actually looking for something that's meaningful. And that starts with being connected to yourself. The moment you elevate yourself, everything else will follow.